Hello Exiles, how are you doing today? Hope I find you well and welcome to a new video. So in this video we are checking out my zombie skeleton league starter that will help you to transition into Carrion Golems as fast as you can. So right here, this is the path of building. Nothing much has changed, right? But we got a little bit more tanky with the new bases, of course. And then we also got a bit more damage. I'll show you. So in Act 1, this is your Atlas passive. So you still got Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, up to Act 10. It will be showing you what you need to be pathing towards, right? And then we have your transition maps up until you get Uber Lab. And then you have your Ascendancies right there as well. So for your Ascendancies, your normal lab, you get Command of Darkness. Merciless, you get Mind of Aggression. Cruel, you get Mistress of Sacrifice. And then the last one, Uber Lab, you get Bond Barrier. You can switch these two however way you want, right? And then this is how it will look like on our Atlas on our passive tree. While before we get our cluster jewels, so then we get cluster jewels like so, right? I think this will be good. This call to the slaughter when we are running skeletons. Grab call to the slaughter, okay? And then this. I'm going to remove this because it is not necessary, because it's a repeat of this cluster jewel right there. I'm going to remove that, right? So up to here we can swap it out with the glassy eye jewel like this, because we only need life form dread, right, and blessed rebirth, right? And then we have uncompromising up there. And this is the cluster, this is the Atlas Pass POB 4 when you before you transition to Carrion Golems and you have your cluster jewels running. Now when we get to cluster Carrion Golems transition, also remove this, right, and swap it out for the ghastly eye jewel, right? And then on cast before we when we transition to Carrion Golems, there are a couple of things that you're going to need. Okay, like so. A couple of things that you're going to need. You're going to need 2 clay shapers, right? +1 to double summon golems, and then that flat added physical damage is huge early game before you get yourself your +2 minion ones. Then you have 2 of these, and then you need Primordial Harmony, Primordial Eminence, Primordial Might, the Anima Stone. That's what you need. All of these other gears just minion life. You know, it's just your life and your resistances and attributes on all of this gear. And then at some point you can get a Darkness Enthroned and put on some ghastly jewels with some decent minion mods. Now let's take a look at the skill setup. 3 golems. We are running ray zombies and skeletons on a 5 link each, right? And total damage, you see you have about 2.4 million, right? And then on the tree we go, let's go back before Carrion Golems, we have 2.6 million shaper DPS, right, when we are running ray zombies and skeletons. And make sure you have Vow Summer skeletons as well. So this will be your DPS, and I think it's quite good for a league start setup. And then these are your skills. The Dread Banner, I think I'm going to leave this one out for now and run Flesh and Stone. I think Flesh and Stone is going to give us decent damage if it's in blood stance, right? You see, we go up to 3.1 from 2.4 million. So I think Flesh and Stone is good right there. Keep that in mind. Run Flesh and Stone instead of Dread Banner. If you have a free socket somewhere, you can throw in your Dread Banner and well, not Dread Banner, you can throw in War Banner now. Dread Banner doesn't give us impel effect or impel damage and anything, right? So you can run War Banner if you have a free socket and you can drop it down, gives you a bit more damage. Right. Then support minions, you have your Animate Guardian Ray Spectre, you have Minion Life and Elemental Army. That gives us 3.1 million shaper DPS. That is before you transition to Carrion Golems. When we have Golems, Golem transition, you see that Golem transition, we go up to 5 million shaper DPS with 8 columns. We have 8 columns because we are running Clay Shaper, that's +3, then plus 2, then +3 on this with the Anima Stone. I don't think this is updated. This is not updated. This is wrong. It has to be +1. Hold on. Let me save, right? Let me save this and update. Yeah, I noticed that something was weird there. Let's see if it updated now. It still hasn't updated. Hold on, give me a moment. I need to check something on the trade site. I'm sure Anima Stone was nerfed. It only has a +1 now, right? This is the current Anima Stone. This one, not this one. This one. Yeah. So it was nerfed, and I think there is something wrong with the POB. So let me just copy this one and replace it. Like so, we have 7. Yeah, that was weird. So you notice we dropped down to 4.8 million shaper DPS, which is still good, right? But we have 7 Carrion Golems, and right now we run Impale because we have our Primordial Might. But before you have Primordial Might, you run Feeding Frenzy on your column links and you drop Impale. It drops your damage a bit, but it is still quite good because your zombies, your Carrion Golems will be aggressive. So we have a note section here that show you what you need to do in each act in terms of skills up until act 10, and then early mapping setup, right? And then we also have animate gear guardian, animate guardian gear. We also have some specters that you want to use, and then I will do an updated video with the new specters depending on availability after I test them, right? The new specters that we get from Ritual now, because I'll be farming Ritual early league to get those specters. So we also have a Google Doc sheet which you can check out for more details on leveling this build. Let's just open it quickly. So you have your Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, each Act, Carrion Golem transition, gear shopping list, and animate guardian gear, some specters. So I'll be updating this week, right? With any changes that I think may need to be done. So this is the build guide, and I think that's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment. That really helps out my channel. And if you like this content, turn on your notifications so you get notified anytime I release a video. Cheers. Have a great week start.